Hi guys, today we will another the second season. The task of the second season is to reveal the characters and tell the story of the heroes in more detail. And each season gives a lot of emotions and expected plot twists. The enemies become smaller and more experienced. Princes are become more popular, and it is harder for them to huge their second life. 10 of characters are being added to our team. Karissa. She is a tomboy, a girl who is always ready to take the fight and stand up for herself and her friends. She is brave, determined, intelligent, reasonable. Karissa is often in a hurry to learn her spells, without fully mastering their alternatives. Along the way, she makes many mistakes, which leads her to critical situations. Lynn is the most calm girl. She is very angry with Karissa, and in general constantly agrees with her order, all sorts of nonsense. In general, Lynn is very responsive and kind girl. She is only one who can fly like the twins. This makes her a very interesting character. Knowing just one spell, she is able to turn the situation for the better for herself. Lynn and Karissa argument generally develop them as characters. They show us not an ideal friendship without gems, but a real relationship with all its flaws. The characters of the main characters, the pursuit, with a rare blessing. Ari stops worrying about her parents and finally begins to focus her attention on missions. Most of all, I like the line is the development of the relationship without Iris and Natalia. He behaves quite brightly and doesn't abandon Iris, accepting her as she is. Ariana finally received its development. We were shown her brother and told her history. As for me, it's more precious than the story of the other girls. At last, because we were shown Ariana's parents and family. Ariana is a brave girl. Under her joy and happiness, he keeps a great sadness and grief. Ariana is only one who remains calm and hopeful, despite the vices of fate. We also observe the Talia from a very interesting side. How does Talia know how machines or robots are created? Why did she have time for all this? Maybe mechanical engineering was popular on series? I also like that the relationship between Talia and Kyle is developing, alright only in one series. Proxina received in development. We saved her as a sweet and kind girl. We finally found about the name of her kingdom and that she is princess, just like Iris. It's not clear just why her magic is dark. Perhaps she came from a completely different planet. I will make a separate video about this. It's very interesting to learn about the amulet from Harris. It was lost to the forest in Fidem. In the fifth season, I thought it was responsible for the transformation of Ethera. But in last series, it became clear that this was not the case. Then why was Ethera so weak in the first season? And how does she fight back in the second season? I'm sorry about Mephisto, but as for me, this is worldly death. He saved her sister from death, which speaks of him courage and compassion. Despite them conflict and courage, he still cherished her. This also tells us that we should value our family while they are alive. It was him that an openly children cartoon has a destined and incredible and a complex philosophy on life and itself. What seemed to everyone an ordinary child game became the embodiment and horror and misery. The left was also developed. His intentions are still not clear to me. As for me, the left was become the most controversial character of all. Only one thing is no. He learned from freedom. He went to France, then he helped the princess, then grammar. But in the end, he made the right and only decision to save Iris and her friends. Lynn died with dignity. He did make his contribution to the protectorate of the kingdom. In the second season, we understand that the main enemy was always been Baines. There is a story about him and the link in the description. This insensitive animal is clearly having something, and unfortunately, the creators didn't reveal the moments to us. I really like the turn of the end of the season. Porcine is only one who the rebels who stand out from so special development. This is a character that we want to sympathize with, and why Porcine chose Earth for revenge is not very clear for me. Yeah, that are expensive people for Iris. But what is the point? Iris is not a princess of Earth. And now about most interesting. Again about the fact that the twins took the powers of the princess. Why couldn't they have done this before? Why did Grammar himself, having such spells in his arsenal, not take away the powers of the princess in the fifth season? Yeah, the characters came up with this only closer to the second season. The smart transformation of Talo and Floriana in other people? Why haven't they used it before? Does Talo create monsters? Why doesn't she use it in battles? Unexpected John was with Ellen and it was just great. This is only my favorite episode. We finally read the whole story of Iris, showing what kind of parent she really has, then convey the kindness and warmth, the grief and horror that the Iris family are unexperienced. And Ellen acts on the number 7 of Iris, and most importantly, her defender. If it is possible, that was Aunt Ellen who shall pass the letter of the news about Iris to the princesses. After all, it is she who takes on the dirty ways of the princess until she gets stronger and keeps safe her planets. It is Ellen who knows where Iris is. Blood Blanche. Girls almost don't use spells from the first seasons, which is very frustrating. Why does the dark Tala use light spells when Iris and Lorana are dark? In general, the animated series is very good. The atmosphere is complemented by musical tracks and by image, emotions of the character experiences. It was with a simpler atmosphere and the main thing that this done hooked me so much. At the moment, there are only 2 of her seasons. On the 5th one is released sometime. Then I will definitely analyze it. Have a nice day. So, see you soon.